Hello everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pazu. Welcome back to another video. And Chantal uploaded another mukbang, not super surprising, a 30-minute one, mind you. 30 minutes. I'm not saying I might not skip around, but like, if it's that bad, I might make an exception to that rule. But this is a steak and cheese and meat feast subs. Oh, subs, plural. I think that's how that works. I forgot. But wonderful barbecue chips, wonderful, and chocolate chip cookies. Wonderful, great choices we're making today. Go for it. Keep at it. But with that being said, I guess let's see what Chantal has to say for half an hour while eating food, shall we?
Hello, foodie beauties.
Well, hello, guys. Hello. All right.
Oh my gosh, hello. Just wait until after this video's over, after she's done eating and she sees that she doesn't have any more food. She's not going to be super happy afterwards.
Just sat down for tonight's tea. No, for my dinner, I guess you can say. I was going to cook, but I didn't feel like it, so tomorrow I will make whatever I was going to make. You'll have to wait and see. But for now, we're having Substop. It's not Subway, it's Substop. Substop.
While being on YouTube, like, what's the point?
Okay. We have a red fruits iced tea, 0 sugar.
Which, by the way, speaking of, I want to see, because that's Lipton tea, and if I remember correctly, with the website that Chantal herself gave us, guys, to double check, Lipton, let's just double see. Oh, look at that. Thought so. Dang it.
Steak and cheese sub, and a meat feast sub.
That's the only meat feast going on in that household, let me tell you.
Some summer barbecue chips, hot peppers, and chocolate chip cookies. Oh, and I have a few olives as well. These big purple ones. All right, bismillah. Let's get into it. What am I going to eat first? I want to eat the steak and cheese first. So let's go. Steak and cheese. What did I put on? It's on Italian oregano
Oh, I can't imagine what the steak and cheese has in it. I guess we're gonna find out.
bread, Parmesan oregano bread, cheese, jalapenos, black olive, Southwest, garlic mayo, ranch, onions, lettuce, jalapenos. Did I say that? And I think that's it. Green pepper. By the way, no mic today.
Thank God.
I'm too lazy to go get it.
For once, I will actually congratulate Chantal's laziness for once. I love you, Jesus.
So you guys are lucky. Ow.
And she can't say, like, oh, I bit my lip ring. No. Any single time that Chantal has anything that's hard, I guess a potato chip is too much now, or, like, chicken tenders that have, like, a coating on the outside, she can't chew them.
Kettle chips are hard.
Not really.
I'm sorry, but they hurt the roof of your mouth.
Girl, if it's to the point to where you can't eat a potato chip, you might want to go to the dentist.
Pleasure with the pain. Ah.
Close the damn sandwich and put it in your mouth. If I never thought I would ever say that, but just stop, like, inspecting and smelling the sandwich. Good God.
There's roast beef on here. I don't like deli roast beef, normally.
Okay, wow. It would be a complete shame and a complete travesty to the human race if there was something called, like, a grocery store that would, like, keep with me now, that you can make your own sandwiches from and get the ingredients that you want on your sandwich. I know it's a wild concept, but, like, maybe in a modern society, that might be an option. I know. I know that. Let me tell you, it's a wild concept.
See, I didn't realize. In the description of the sub, it doesn't say what kind of meats. It just says meat feast, a mix of meats.
So it's obviously, like, the place is full for not specifying what kind of meats that Chantal, of all people, wanted on her sub. How dare they? How dare they not be telepathic and know that she doesn't like that kind of meat on her sub? So rude and just so inconsiderate of them. How dare they?
I'm having a piece of cookie. I was just thinking how weird it is that what I'm doing now is like a day at the office for me. This is my coming to work. And it made me think of what a typical day at work was like for me.
Yeah, well, I am speeding her up to 1.5. Do not care.
At my most latest job. I should say my most recent job. I told you guys what it was. I told you guys why I got let go. But I don't think I told you what like a typical day at work was like. So a typical day, I would go into the office at like, I don't know, I think it was like 7 to 3, which I really, really, really hated. I'm not a day person.
I also got a fan, so if you hear that, sorry.
But especially not 7. But I was an admin assistant. I was a secretary for a group of doctors, for 3 doctors, but specifically for one in particular. And those are the hours she wanted me to work. So I worked in a hospital, a mental health facility, hospital, and there was always morning traffic.
Wow, seems like a great story time to tell while you're eating food, and we're only like a third of the way into this. God help me.
Especially in Ottawa around that time. So for my commute, I used to listen to a morning show on the radio. If I had time, I would get a coffee, sometimes breakfast. But usually, I would get to work, and I would park my car in the parking lot.
Oh my god, wow, that's crazy. Wow, just parking a car in traffic? Oh my gosh, she is just living life to the fullest, everybody. Oh my god.
Then I had to walk around to the front of the building.
Oh my, and physical labor. Oh my, she has done everything in life. I'm telling you, she had to park a car, deal with traffic, and walk all in the same day.
Sometimes I would see another secretary that worked there, and she wasn't liked by any of the other secretaries because she was not like them. She wasn't like a gossip.
She's not like all the other secretaries. She's a cool secretary.
You know, and she spoke her mind.
Okay, so she was either not into chatty gossip or whatever, or she was miserable to be around. It's just, knowing Chantal, probably the latter.
So I would see her out front, usually smoking, but I smoked back then. So I would have a smoke with her and we would shit talk the other secretary. Let's try this.
Okay, so they're doing the same exact thing. It's just like, you know, they're the cool secretaries. They're not like the other secretaries, but they're also doing the exact same thing the other secretaries are doing.
That's good. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, black olives, olive oil, vinegar, a Southwest sauce. I think onions too. And then some of the patients would talk to us because they didn't have another designated smoking area. We had to smoke with the patients. I don't want to eat the seeds. It's spicy. So then we would go upstairs. All day you would hear codes going off on the intercom. Code white, inpatient north, blah, blah, blah. Code white was psychiatric emergency. Code blue was like medical, I think. Code red is fire. So they had a little tuck shop. Not a tuck shop, like a little coffee stand thing run by volunteers. I would get like a coffee. I always got a Colombian and a big muffin. And I was so proud because I had my own office, and outside of the door there was a metal plaque sign that said Chantal Sado. It's ironic. I worked in mental health because my mental health was, at the time. But so were many.
Was? No. Still is.
Of the secretaries. And actually one of the secretaries was a patient there a couple of times. I would go in my office, sit at my desk. First thing I would do is check my emails, which I always had a ton of emails. Open up the doctor's calendar for the day. Get her patient charts ready. Sometimes I had to book. So I'd reply to emails because I get emails from different departments.
I definitely don't want to throw my laptop out the window and just smash into a million pieces and never return. No, of course not. No, this is really interesting. I
would have to gather all her billing, submit it to finance. If there was a meeting, I would have to take the laptop, take minutes. So messy. Set up teleconference. Order catering for meetings. I usually went with Epicuria in Ottawa. I think that's the name of it. It just depended what day of the week. But we usually had a team meeting in the mornings to discuss what beds were available, when beds were coming available for the inpatient section. Because it was always a crisis to have beds. People waiting, overcrowding hospitals, because they needed to be transferred to our hospital, but there's no room. So mostly the patients would come. I would, get them checked in the system. I think the system was called Meditech, if I remember. And then I had another part of my job that I found a bit difficult. Like, I was program administrator for the student, the intern doctors, the student doctors in their last year. I don't remember exactly what I had to do, but I had to keep track of, I had to do admin work for they had a system they used through the University of Ottawa in the Department of Medicine. So I had to keep track of, like, I think hours that they did with the doctors that they were shadowing in our department and stuff like that. So I had to use, like, a system that was through the University of Ottawa. I remember it being like a tough learning curve, that part of it. But for our unit, I wasn't the program administrator. They hired someone new for that. And they wanted me, as a secretary level 3, to do the annual report. I knew nothing about the department. And, like, they wanted me to do, like, her and I to do, like, pie charts with statistics, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, did I lie on my resume or something? Like, I don't know. So,
I mean, I wouldn't be super surprised. But then again, I feel like who doesn't, honestly?
I actually, like, did say that I knew how to use Excel. And the thing is, before this job, I never used Excel. But I had to be tested on Excel before I got the job, and I just managed to just use common sense, and I just managed to figure it out. I don't know. Like, I passed. I think I watched, like, a 10-minute tutorial video, and then I was able to do it. And then I did have to use Excel, like, every day. So, yeah, the doctor would go on, like, vacation, like, not vacations, but, like, work, business trips all the time. So she would give me her flight. Like, I had to book flights for her, hotels. She would give me the receipts, and I had to send them to finance for billing. Problem was, I had big shoes to fill, because the reason they were looking for a new secretary for this doctor, her personal secretary, which the position I was filling, had just retired after 25 years of working with her. She knew everything the doctor liked. She knew the job very well. When you're working with someone for 25 years, you know, and her and I just didn't get along very well. So I think she just expected too much of me right off the bat. She didn't seem to like me. I don't know why. And so I thought, okay, you know, I tried my best, but eventually it began to wear on my mental health even more, to where I wasn't even motivated to come in. I would call in sick a lot, yada, yada. So anyway, it ended up being that I ended up getting canned, but it was like wrongful canning. So I ended up getting a settlement, pretty decent settlement, and unemployment. So, and then that's when I decided to try YouTube out. I didn't even expect to make any money, just for fun, I guess. I wanted to do makeup. Well, and enjoying the free ride. You know, I had to sign a paper that I wasn't allowed to talk to the media about what happened, but they basically in my dismissal paper said that I was let go because I was leaving work early, which is total bullcrap, because I was salaried. So I worked late every day almost, because I was having trouble keeping up with some of the emails and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, it's quiet. There's not anyone that's going to bother me with more work today. I can stay a bit later and finish some. And they lied. They completely lied. I could understand if they were like, it's not a good fit. You're not able to do certain tasks like that annual report, stuff like that. Or if I was calling in sick too much, but like to say that I was leaving early is just complete BS, you know? So yeah, it was unionized. So I'm so happy it was unionized, because the union was the one who fought for me to get a settlement, because they were like, you know, I don't know. It was just, yeah, it was a mess, but it was a decent job. It paid very well. I was making like $29 an hour when I left, around that. It came out to like $29 an hour, something like that. But it was like per year, because it was salaried. I think it was. I don't even know. Anyway, I remember I ended up working late and not even, you know, being able to claim the extra hours. It's just what people did. Sometimes you work late, blah, 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 you know. So it was just exhausting. And that was a promotion. Like, I got promoted up from the temporary job I was in. I was filling a maternity position in another department, like schizophrenia department. And the time was coming close where the girl was coming back. So I started looking at internal postings, right? And that came up. And I was bilingual because the doctor was very French. So they liked that I was bilingual. And so I talked to the doctor, pure French, you know, I never talked to her in English, really. I guess I just, you know, she didn't think I was good enough. I know that's the real reason. We just didn't get along. And we butted heads a lot. So, yeah, that's part of my life I thought I'd tell you about that's more recent than my childhood. I mean,
okay, I'm just going to skip here, to hopefully that there's something halfway decent. If not, I'm out.
I don't know how Substop gets away with being...
No. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you actually made it this far, God help you, because I mentally checked out, not going to lie, like 15 minutes ago. It's just Chantal talking about like an office job. I mean, it's a job, but no, for 30 minutes. Oh, Lord. Anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.